So AZEROTH at War had its first closed beta not too long ago. This video is a few weeks late and I am sorry for that. It's been hella busy here. Plus I've been working on a lot of things not only for this channel but for the server as well behind the scenes. Though with that being said, I wish to go on and tell you what I saw during the closed beta, what I like and what I dislike about it, and how I feel it should or it could change between now and the next beta, and so on. First thing is my likes. The new playable races are fun to play around with and give you a fresh take on the older original content. All of the various zones have updates to them, being visual aspect or questing. The devs do keep a close eye on the players and were quick to fix a lot of the issues that we found during the beta itself. A lot of the issues that I did have on closed beta were fixed by the open beta, even if new ones were introduced, but we'll get to that in a moment. They also hosted several events in-game for the small handful of people that were in the closed beta. Now those are things I like, not a lot there, but that's because this was just, again, the closed alpha and beta, which had not a lot of content in it to begin with, but you know, baby steps, we gotta go a little bit at a time. Test this, make sure it's good, then we go on to the next stuff. But from what we did get, I want to go through the things that I didn't like. I feel like the special type of quests were a bit too in your face. While they were certainly new and different from the normal vanilla quests to break up the flow of the kill and collect, I feel it should be toned down slightly to help make the few that we do get more meaningful and special. I did see a lot of issues when it came to the stats of the creature mobs in the zones, like the Defias and Westfall being able to hit you with a backstab, even if they were not even behind you, and the ability would hit for a third of my health each time, which made them a very dangerous opponent. On that note, enemies were far more dangerous than normal, resulting in death if you pulled more than one at a time. While this is normally a good thing for challenges, the majority of the questing areas were very condensed, which made pulling a single target very difficult, as if you pulled one, you pulled 5, and the others with them. Several of the roleplay events done by the NPCs during questing were not timed out properly, so all of the dialogue would speed by, not giving you time to comprehend what was happening before it was already over. And the last thing was the quest flow itself. I had two issues with it. First of all, a lot of the questing hubs, you were required to do a starting quest or an event in order to unlock the rest of the quests. And the other issue is, in the case of zones like Westfall, the questing had little to no other quests besides the main story, which made the zone feel very linear and mandatory, as I wanted to skip just one quest, but it caused me to not level up once, which made it so I couldn't take the next quest in the line due to the level requirement. With all of my likes and dislikes being listed, let me now go through a few things which I know for a fact will not be a case by the time the next beta or even the launch comes around. So even though I just went on a bit of a rant on the quest flow with the linearity and the in-your-face special quests, I will let you know that I have had a deep talk with Gromash and Meeps, as well as the other quest writers, and we all agree that what we saw during the closed alpha will not be the case in the future. We will leave a lot of the original quests and even write more additional optional non-linear quests to help with not only the flow but the replayability. And the special event quests will be used sparingly as major plot points for the zone story or as a reward for the end of a quest chain. A lot of the enemy tunings, such as the mentioned Defias characters, have been reported by other various testers and will be changed in the upcoming future betas. And while the level 20 to 40 zones are being worked on currently, some of the earlier zones are going to be tweaked as needed. One example being the wall around Goldshire being removed and having it turn more into a village rather than a fortress. The Necromancer class has also gotten other talent points and spells, though I'm still not comfortable enough with the playstyle to give you a full review. I feel like waiting until they are more finished. Same with the other classes, like the new tank spec for rogues, which I briefly tested. In the upcoming days, you will see more than just tanking rogues, as hunters have more of a melee utility in the survival and beastmaster specs, so we'll be sure to look at that when the next beta comes around. Anyway, that is my observance of what I saw in the closed beta. While I am still very hyped about this server, I just wanted to be open and tell you all how I feel, tell you the truth rather than just sugarcoating it, and tell you that it's flawless. Of course it's not flawless, even though this is still in early development and not all of the content is finished. This is only a testing phase, so everything here is subject to change, and in fact already has in most cases. So I still have faith in the project and will continue to aid where I can behind the scenes and bring you all of the news and updates on this server. So be sure to like and subscribe for the algorithm gods, and I'll see you next time.